Hello everyone. In this video, I'll discuss an important interview question. What is the difference between a decoder and a demultiplexer? To answer this question, we first need to understand what a decoder circuit is and what a demultiplexer circuit is. Let's start with the decoder. A decoder is a digital circuit that activates one specific output line or port based on the value of the inputs. Decoded circuits can have one or more input lines and multiple output lines. In simple terms, a decoder is a selector circuit. When a particular combination of inputs is applied at the input ports, exactly one of the output ports goes to logic 1, while the others remain at logic 0. This is the block diagram of a decoder. A decoder with n input lines generates 2 to the power n unique outputs. This figure shows a decoder circuit with two input lines and 2 to the power 2, that is 4 output lines, implemented using AND gates. As we see here, when the inputs A and B are 0, 0, the output line out 0 is 1 and the rest of the outputs are 0. In a similar fashion, based on the input combination, only one of the output lines goes to logic 1, while others remain at 0. In ASIC designs, a decoder is commonly used in memory systems to select or enable a specific row or column in the memory array, thus allowing access to a specific memory location. Here is a figure that shows how a decoder is used in read-only memories to access a particular location. Now let's look at the demultiplexer circuit. A demultiplexer or demux is a digital logic circuit that takes a single input data signal and routes it to one of the many output ports based on the values of the select signals. Here is the block diagram of a demux circuit with one input data signal, n select lines, and 2 to the power n output lines. This figure shows a demux circuit with one data input, two select lines, and four output ports, implemented using AND gates. If we look closely at this demux circuit, we can see that it contains a 2 to 4 decoder inside it. In fact, the demultiplexer uses a decoder circuit to select one output port out of many, and then the input data signal D is routed to that selected output port. Now that we understand both the circuits, let's summarize the differences. Decoders do not have a dedicated data input. They only have enable or select lines. Demultiplexers have a single data input that is routed to the selected output line or port. A decoder functions as a selector circuit that activates one output based on the input lines, while a demultiplexer acts as a data router that sends the input data to the selected output port. In ASIC designs, decoders are used for memory address decoding, that is, to access a specific memory location, while demultiplexer are often used to distribute data to different destinations. For example, they can be used to route a serial data stream to different output channels over time. This is all for this video. I hope you find it helpful.